Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do another video, but I kind of wanted to like ramble first before I pulled out of my jar. My energy, my emotions, my feelings, my existence. I think over the last couple of weeks, probably even month, if I'm just totally honest, because we're at the end of September. So I would say like September have just been, I'm sorry if y'all can hear that. I have the windows up because it's raining and it's so nice and I love the smell of rain. And I feel like that tree over there, usually, they haven't cut them back all summer, but and it's about to be, the weather's changing, so I'm sure it'll go into winter mode and the leaves will fall off. But that it's this one tree, and I swear it's gonna come in my window one day. It was not like that at first. It was not. Anyway, I just be jumping around. I'm sorry. I noticed that too. I don't know what they call that, but I held on to my last thought this time. But I've just kind of been tired. I've been angry and pissed and happy, and I don't give a fuckish, and leave me the fuck alone-ish, which I'm pretty much like that normally, but it's just been heightened. And I think it's just like, I guess with getting older, just having been through so much in my life, it's like, I don't know, I'm changing again. I don't know what to call it. You know, it's like we're so used to being able to like title something. I don't know what to call this. I mean, for the most part, I feel good, but I'm definitely like going through some type of change mentally, emotionally, spiritually. But I do have a goal, and I am gonna stay focused on it, and I am gonna. I've had gas, like burping like crazy. Yeah. My patience, like I'm generally like really patient, but my patient level and my tolerance levels for certain things, especially with adults, it's like it doesn't exist anymore. So it's like I am better off like in my solitude, because it's like if I go outside, I'm not gonna know how to act, and it's not like I'm gonna be rude or nasty or anything. I'm not even gonna say anything, but it's just like I'm gonna be overwhelmed by different behaviors and different things that I see, and I'm just gonna be like, ugh. Then I don't want to be all like judgmental or anything like that, but at the same time, it's like I don't need to be around certain things, especially in the political era. It's just a weird time too, because I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. And to me, it's all propaganda. The world is a huge stage. Like we're on this like loop where I'm just seeing shit play out, but I'm like, yeah, I've seen that script before. And I'm not even explaining that shit to people. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. If you ain't figured that shit out, you ain't figured it out. But just to hear some of the conversations in the background and see how people are trying to like look at you like, I don't give no fuck about none of this shit. You know, if you want to be racist, that's fine. Okay, go ahead. That's cool. That's you. If you want to, you know what I'm saying, turn your nose up, go the fuck on, turn that bitch all the way up. What you want out of me, I don't have nothing for you. I don't have no opinion on it. I just know like they try to pull on our emotions so much from every fucking direction, and a lot of shit, a lot of fucked up shit is fucked up in this world. Not just America, the world is fucked up shit going on. But what I've come to realize is that it's been going on. It's just that we are the people that's alive, that's experiencing now. We don't, if you're not like in tune with your ancestors, or you don't believe in that, and yeah, it's gonna impact you more in a way to where you don't believe in nothing. You don't even realize it's a loop because you're not in communication with people that's already been through it. You know what I'm saying? Even if we just want to go back 10,000 years ago, we want to go back 12,000 years ago, we just want to go back 450,000 years ago, we want to go back 1,000,000 years ago, there's always been just this battle. And just the times we're living in now, it's just another showcase of the battle. Just with the people, human evolution has gone so fucking completely backwards. I'm like, how are we going? Not we, fuck that, we ain't French. How are y'all going so backwards so fast? Even like from history that we know about on this planet, from different things like different inventions and different understanding the crystals and the frequencies and vibrations, and you know, even 100 years ago, people may have not had technology as we have now, but they had some shit that was like a little bit actually more advanced because we actually using it. We ain't reinvent it. It's just like we should be, I don't know. Anyway, let me pull up out this motherfucking jar, because see, that's what I'm talking about. I hope the jar don't do me too dirty today, because okay, I have to be honest. I did pull out the jar. I did not post that video because I need to, that video gonna have to wait so it aligns with something else that I need to talk about. I was all over the place with that. And that's how I kind of knew. I was like, ooh, that's something I still am needing to work on, because it was talking about my nervous system, and I literally got nervous talking about my nervous system. I was like, yeah, damn, and it ties into something else, so I'm gonna wait on that subject. I left it out the jar so I don't pull it again, and I partially made a video, and I might upload that when I upload it, but it's not time for that, so y'all don't be thinking. Oh, that's nice sauce. This is a nice sauce subject. Okay, this will kind of friendships. Let's talk about friendships real quick. I'm sorry if I be burping, like, I don't know. And then I started taking those oil of oregano. One of my coworkers gave me something to try, and I'm like, that shit's strong as hell. And I've taken a lot of supplements, and the oil of oregano is the truth, goddamn. I don't know what the fuck it's supposed to be doing, but this show got me burping, and I can taste it. But yeah, friendships. You know what? Is my shit crooked or something? Let's see. I might just have to be on the gangster lean. Fuck it. When it comes to friendships, for me, I had to kind of time travel a little bit, go back in the time, because as I reflect on that, I've never really had any friends, not for real. I've had close bonds, 9 times out of 10 trauma bonds. I've had people who I thought were my friends, but then I found out they were just using me because they thought I had money or something, or they thought I had, because I always, like, you know, been into like dressing nice or whatever, so I done loaned out so many clothes, never got them back, stuff like that. Loaned out money because I was working, never got it back, stuff like that. I think we all go through that, but these are people I thought were my friends. Friendships. that's kind of like a sore spot for me because I don't really feel like I've ever, even to this day, I've experienced some true friendships that have been tested and tried, and they're true. But the whole best friend thing and ride or die, or someone that you're so close to, they're like your sister or your brother. Just hasn't, that hasn't been something I've been able to experience a lot of. And often I miss it because I'm like, dang, who doesn't want just a good friend? You know? But by me even saying that, I realized too that I had to learn how to be a friend, and actually I had to define friendship for myself and what that looked like for me and what I wanted in a friend or from a friend. So I had to examine what kind of friend had I been and examine my friendships. And that's when I realized, I was like, these were just kind of like strong acquaintances. You know, I don't even know that these people really liked me, to be honest. Not really. And a lot of them, because I wore so many masks and I hid so much about myself, only to try to hide my weirdness like as best as possible, but it would leak out, so they would still be like, oh, she's weird anyway. Like I was still the weird friend anyway. But I'm the person who usually had the car. I'm the person who usually had the job. So I was a resource more so than a friend. I was a resource. But I do like friendships. I have a couple of friends that I would consider really good friends. But like when you're an adult, and like if you have children and you're working a job, like that fantasy friendship of, yeah, let's go to the mall, or yeah, let's hang out, or yeah, let's take a trip. It's like all that kind of changes as you grow up anyway. So you don't have the time. And you know, he's like, you hear people, oh, we've been friends since 3rd grade, or we've been friends since high school, and she was the best my maid of honor. He was my best man in my wedding. Like we knew each other all our lives. Like I have not never experienced it. I don't know anybody right now from elementary, and I don't know anybody from middle school. And really sad to say, well, I did not. That's not what's sad, but what I was gonna say was sad to say is like a lot of people I actually did go to high school with, even though I didn't finish high school. A lot of them didn't make it because I went to school in Los Angeles, and so a lot of people I even knew or affiliated with back then, they not with us no more. So that kind of was interesting because it's like, dang, you hear about people and like, yeah, you know, such and such passed, or such and such this, or such and such that, and they were young. So I dealt with that. And then I had boyfriends. They were not friends either, even though they would try to convince me they weren't. They were, you know, just using me as well, and I allowed it, but I didn't know any better. But what friendship is to me nowadays, as of today, if I were to get into a new friendship, trust, honesty, yeah, communication, just a consistent communicator from both sides. I check on you, you check on me. We might not have all the answers for each other, but hey, I can support it as best as I can, vice versa. Not just when you need something, or not just when it's like a drama or something's wrong. You know, we hook up when we can, have a lunch date, have a coffee date. someone that understands, and if they don't necessarily have to be a parent, that probably would make it a little bit more balanced, because they would understand that aspect of me, that part of me, you know, that I'm a mom. And so, you know, it would be also nice if our children were maybe close around the same age, and that they could also start friendships, you know, that makes hanging out a lot more easier. Because I like to include my children. Well, Zaire, for the most part, Tay does her own thing, but I like to include my children in the things that I do. I don't like to just be out and about without them. Like, you know, I won't say my life revolves around them, but a lot of my activities that we plan, you know, like we go to the museum. I like the museum. The museum is great for everybody. The park, everybody likes the park. Everybody likes to eat. Everybody loves the beach. So just activities that are just not all rated R and not kid friendly, and isolates them from being able to participate. So that's a big deal to me. But I would say that friendships are needed. You know, I'm starting a friendship with a coworker. She's she's older than me, but I like her. She listens to me. We listen to each other. Because she's older, she has like more experience and some more wisdom, but she also has like a lot of respect for me, and she says good, kind things to me. And you know, I realized like, dang, I need that. I need that. I missed it. You know, I lived with a lot of judgment, a lot of criticism. I have rarely heard good things come towards me, mostly from my family. You know, the friends that I do have, they say, they remind me of how great I am, but it's like I had such a gray cloud for so long. Like, let me tell you. So we all need a friend. We all need someone that encourages us, supports us, tells us when we're doing great, but also holds us accountable to when we're doing wrong. And you know, they're not in it for what they think they can get out of you. And emails, these people get on my nerves. Like that too, like emails and shit been getting on my nerves. I'm like, what the fuck y'all want? Just don't talk to me about nothing. I'm not being a good friend to my emails, am I? Fuck them emails. But you know, balance. You know, it's not just a give or just a take. It's like that great balance. And it could be platonic with a man and a woman, even though I did have a friendship, which I thought was a good friendship, and I thought it would go the long run. And if you watch any of my other videos, I mentioned it, but I'm not going to mention that name now. But I did have a friendship that it was over a 6-year friendship, and that was somebody that, you know, I thought we would be friends for like forever. And he was of the opposite sex, obviously. And I feel like I was just like a placeholder friend, because as soon as he started dating someone, and me and him have been totally platonic, never romantic at all. And I considered him to be the godfather of my children, especially Zaire specifically. And he got in a relationship and just kind of threw us to the curb because the woman wasn't comfortable. She didn't like it. I got out the way. I ain't say nothing. I was angry. I was upset. You know, I held on as long as I could. Then something said, just leave it alone. Don't worry about it. You know, if an person that comes from the outside can dictate your friendship with someone else, then clearly that friendship is not that important. So let it go. And I did that. It was heartbreaking. It was hard. I was like, damn. I shared so many secrets with that person, and that person like saw me grow, saw my ups, saw my downs, and next thing you know, no more. Yeah. So for friendships and just even good relationships with the opposite sex have not been my high points in my life, let's just say that. So it's like even sometimes I try to extend my friendship, and I'm very like protective and guarded of myself now, and I'm just like I'll stick my toe in just to see if I even wanna, and then I'll warm up, and then I'll pull back, and then I'll warm up, and then I'll pull back, and I'm like, okay, it's safe here. And so that's kind of where I'm at now. I have actually 2 new friendships that are blossoming and growing. And you have to take your time with these things. You know, it's like with anything. Just can't rush in on these emotions. You know, oh, that's my best friend. That's my, oh, bestie. Like, no, fuck all that. It ain't even like that. You know, it ain't even like that. So, I think that's enough on friendships. I hope you guys have good, true friendships out there. I hope you've experienced at least one good friendship and it didn't turn into heartbreak. I hope you guys are in good relationships, healthy codependence, healthy, just healthy relationships that keep you balanced. That doesn't take more than it gives. That's like to me the most important thing. And what else? Oh, how can I forget? Becoming your own best friend. That's what I've learned to do. That's what I've learned to do. I've just I've come into myself by sitting with myself and having no other distractions. Solitude, isolation, which there is a difference, but I ain't gonna explain that right now. And listening to my own heartbeat, listening to the rhythm of my body, listening to the murmurs of my heart, listening to the water in my brain, like just really getting in tune with the symphony within self, learning who I am in order to even understand or begin to be a friend to someone that's healthy, and knowing what kind of friendships that are good for me. I'm not a clingy, even though I'm a Cancer. They try to say we clingy. No, fuck, we not. We just like when we get someone and we like them and we love them, like we just want to protect them and keep them safe. That's it, you know. But trust me, when the fuck we done, we don't cling on these nuts. But yeah, boundaries within a friendship, respect within a friendship, and that's all with me. And I'm still learning things about myself. Like I've learned a lot, but I will never stop learning because I will never stop growing and developing. So it'll always be those moments where I'm like, dang, okay, you've changed. Like I said earlier, I'm changing, and I'm in a change. I'm transitioning. I'm transmuting. I'm more metamorphosizing right now, and I can't put a word on it, but I can feel it, and I can see it, and I can think it, and I know I'm in between a space, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna look like on the other side, you know. But friendships that allow me to do that allow me to grow. Vice versa. It's healthy. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this thing on up. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and I hope that my videos Even though I don't get a lot of views, even though I don't have a lot of, you know, it's not like all like that. It doesn't matter to me, you know. I reach who I reach, and I hope whoever I reach that I help you in some kind of way. That's the whole point.